Why is it? Why is it every single day we are being diagnosed with inflammation, joint pain, fibromyalgia, autoimmune disease, heart disease, diabetes, cancer, skin disorders, gut issues, gut problems? Every day somebody is being diagnosed. Whether it's you, your family, your neighbor, your co-worker, your supervisor, the CEO, the VP, somebody is being diagnosed with one of these illnesses and or diseases. And why is that? The question is, why? How is that? We don't always know why. We don't always know how. So in today's video, I want to talk about natural healing, holistic living. What does holistic living look like? What is that? Holistic living means to live whole, which includes your entire body, caring for your entire body. When it comes to your mind, your body, and your soul, we have to care for our entire body, not just part of it. I'm going to give you an example. If I cut my finger by mistake, right? I cut my finger by mistake and I get a slit in my thumb. So the slit looks pretty deep. I have one or two choices. I can cover it up with a Band-Aid, or I can address it on the deepness of that cut by washing that cut with, make sure it's clean, by putting an antiseptic ointment or something on it that's going to stop what might turn into an infection. I'm going to stop the bleeding first, of course, by putting pressure on that cut. And then I'm going to look at it to see if it's deep enough to go and get stitches, or what is it that I need to do? Or am I going to ignore it and just cover it up by putting a Band-Aid on it, right? So the thing that I would do, if I look at my finger and the cut is pretty deep, as I stop the bleeding, I'll go run it under some cold water and put some antiseptic on it to stop the infection, make sure that I don't get infected, and then cover it up with a Band-Aid temporarily until I can get to the doctor or the the urgent care, right? That's what I would do for me personally. But oftentimes when we get diagnosed with an illness or a disease or a cut, we cover it up and we don't get to the root cause of the problem. The root cause meaning that the cut was deep enough that I needed to go get my finger stitched up, right? And I'm using this as a metaphor, if you will, because this is an easy way to kind of help you understand how our body works. So if I chose just to cover it up, 2 or 3 days later, it can turn into an infection, right? And so now I have an infection that not only might be in my finger, but it could be protruding throughout my body, which is not good. And so now, not only do I need to treat the infection, the cut and the infection for my finger, I need to treat my body, because now the infection has entered into the rest of my body, right? But I won't know that until I wait until the infection has escalated. So now I have to take antibiotics. And you have a choice between natural antibiotics or prescribed antibiotics. So that is what I'm talking about today. Holistic living, natural healing. What the difference is and how do we prevent some of these illnesses and diseases that our bodies are plagued with, right? The inflammation that keeps showing up, the joint pain that keeps on hurting, the fibromyalgia that keeps me in pain, the autoimmune disease. Sometimes we don't know what that is caused by, right? If we cannot heal the autoimmune disease, we can certainly control it and keep it, prevent it from getting worse. Heart disease, where is that from? Diabetes and cancer, all of these things. So what can we do to help ourselves? We have a choice, once again. We can go the natural healing route or we can go the conventional route. And it's your choice. For me, as I shared with you on previous videos, and please go watch my videos on how I shrunk and healed my uterine fibroids naturally. And the way that I did that was by, first, I went to the doctor. I had my sonograms. They shared what the results were. At that point, I had a choice. Because why did I have a choice? It was not life-threatening. So if we have a life-threatening situation, that is totally different. My situation was not life-threatening, right? So I decided that I wanted to heal and shrink my uterine fibroids naturally. So what did I do? I went out and I did my research, which landed me in nutrition school. And I found all the natural modalities that I can possibly learn and implement in my life during my time in school. And I started to implement those natural ways, natural remedies. So why am I saying that? Because you have a choice. I have a choice. We have to get to the root cause of why so much inflammation. Why are we continue to have this joint pain? What is going on with our fibromyalgia? What is happening with our autoimmune diseases? What is going on with our heart disease? Why are we having diabetes? What is causing our cancer? Get to the root cause is what we have to do, which means we have to ask questions. I asked questions to my doctor, all three doctors. I saw 3 different doctors, right? I asked questions. Where did these uterine fibroids originate? They didn't know. I didn't know, but I wanted to know. So I can figure out how can we tackle this together. And if they couldn't tell me, then I had to do further research. So I can get to a place that made me feel good enough, or I don't know if that's the right word or a good word to use, but made me feel secure enough to go and do what I thought was best for my body at the time. So what did I do? I went on a raw food diet, fruits and vegetables, supplements that was science-based, science-backed, that targeted the certain area of my body that was causing those uterine fibroids to continue its growth. And I eliminated the foods that was contributing to the growth of my uterine fibroids. And during that process, and I also took into account my activities, my daily activities, you know, stress. How was I, you know, dealing with stress? That was contributing too. Those are contributing factors. So I looked for all the contributing factors that was causing the growth of my uterine fibroids. And I had to figure out how to minimize, eliminate, shrink, and heal my body from all of whatever was coming into my body. Toxins, right? Negative relationships, bad food, too much of this type of food, and not enough of these vitamins, right? So I had to feed my body, feed those uterine fibroids what it needed most to begin the dissolving process. And so that's what I'm trying to help you understand, right? We cannot just take one drink and think that that's going to get rid of the pain or the joint pain or the inflammation. This is an ongoing process. It is a lifestyle. Holistic living is the new lifestyle that you want to adopt in your life to start removing the toxins from inside of your body, to then start eliminating the inflammation, seeing the joint pain disappear, right? All of these things that's happening. I don't know where you are in your health journey at this hour, right? So I cannot tell you whether or not this drink will work or that drink will work, right? All I can do is help you understand what your choices are. Spices, herbs are good to fight inflammation and joint pain. Because when we have joint pain, most of the time, it is due to backed up inflammation. Joint pain also comes from sports accidents, car accidents, other type of accidents. You have to determine and know what happened to your body. Did you have an accident 20 years ago that was never really addressed properly, right? That could be causing inflammation. Are you stressed out on your job, in your relationship, in your organization? These are things that you have to sit down at the table with a pen and paper and write down what is going on in your life today that could be contributing to your health declining. Because we have to look at the whole picture, which is why I advocate holistic living. The whole you, not part of you, not just your leg that's hurting or not just your knee that has pain, but we have to look at the whole picture. What is actually happening in your life at this day, on this hour, that might be contributing to your health and its decline? Because as the old saying goes, stress is a silent killer. When we are stressed to the max, we are stressed, then that starts to diminish other areas of our body, right? It starts to wreak havoc. How do I know? I've been there more than once. I've been there. So I know how stress works on my body. It's not a good feeling. And so what do I do on a daily basis? Every day, I do something that's going to minimize my stress level by meditating, walking, eating healthy, drinking healthy, having healthy relationships, talking positively. We have to also remember that our words could be damaging to our health. When we talk negative about others, when we talk negative about ourselves and what we're not capable of doing and how bad we are at this, that is contributing to negative behavior, helping our health to decline. That is not good for our health. Instead, we want to talk positively about ourselves and about others, about our neighbors, about what's happening around us, because it's almost like we have to psych ourselves out in order for our health to be better. And so we are adding to the problem when we are beating ourselves up, when we are not feeding our bodies with the healthiest meals and the healthiest drinks. We are beating ourselves up, and eventually it will catch up with us, and it's like a thief in the night, and all of a sudden we're down on our feet, we're down on our face. Why? Because it's a buildup that happened inside of our body, and we are, as you know, all uniquely designed, all uniquely made. And what works for Renee, it may not work for you. I might take this hot drink or this smoothie and I get rid of my inflammation within 2 days. It may take you 2 weeks because of the way that your body is designed, or because of the way that you have taken care of your body over the years. So it behooves us to take care of our bodies, take back control of our health and our well-being, because we have a choice at this time. I'm hoping and praying that you have a choice. You can make your own decisions by how you take care of your health and your well-being. You have a choice on how you want to heal your body. You can heal naturally, or you can take medications. It's your choice, right? But we don't want to get to the point where we don't have a choice. We want to healing naturally. It's the most beautiful thing that you can do for your mind, your body, and your soul. And is it going to happen overnight? No. In fact, it takes longer for our bodies to heal naturally when we do it through whole foods, green drinks, smoothies, science-backed supplements, if that's what you need, spices, herbs, walking, meditating, praying, healthy relationships, right? If our finances are down, that adds to the stress. If we're in bad relationships, more stress. If we hate our jobs, more stress. We might love our jobs, but they're working us to death. We're working 60 and 80 hours a week. Stress on top of stress. Write down what it is that you're doing on a daily basis to see where your added stress might be coming from. And that might be one of your problems, right? So we are on the go so much. 7 days a week, we're on the go. We work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 9 to 7, 9 to 8. On Saturdays, we run all day to run errands, to go grocery shopping, to run our kids, our grandkids, our friends, family around town. Sunday, some of you may go to worship. You may sit around and watch TV all day, and that's fine. You resting. But make sure that you are paying attention to your health and your well-being. Take back control. It's your choice, right? It's your body. It's your well-being. You might feel great today. Tomorrow, it could be a different story. I've been there too. Feeling great. The next day, what happened? What did I do? What did I hit? I don't remember hitting my knee. I don't remember hitting my arm. And I know you're probably saying, well, we all, when we get older, that's what happened. No, I'm sorry. I cannot agree with you about the old age. Because my great aunt, bless her heart, she lived till she was 97 years old. And you know how she was able to live that life? I watched her as a young girl. I watched her. She made sure that she had breakfast, lunch, and dinner and she was always out working. That was her exercise. She was in the yard. She helped other people clean their homes. She was out working. That was her form of exercise. She was in the bed resting every evening by 7 o'clock. Every evening. That was her routine. That's how she lived her life until she was 97 years old. And I never saw her in the hospital. Never saw her in a hospital. She broke her back when she was in her 80s. And the way she broke her back is she slipped on the wet floor because she was cleaning her house. Working. But you know what? That didn't even stop her. She still lived to 97. So she was a great example for me in my life as a young girl because I learned so much from her. And the week before she died, she was in her right mind. She was still in her right mind. Why? Because she made sure that each one of her meals included something that was going to target each of the areas of her body that gave her the strength that she needed every single day. And she never complained. She never complained. Complaining can bring down your health and your well-being. Because a lot of times we are doing things that we are unaware of that is wreaking havoc on our health. When you have a conversation, a negative conversation about somebody on a daily basis, that is contributing to your declining health. Start talking positive about yourself. Start talking positive about other people. Start talking positive about what's going to happen in this world. We can't continue to sit on negative information, negative activity, because it is declining our health and our well-being. Think about it. If you stomp your foot every single day, your toe every single day on the wall, eventually it's going to turn red, it's going to turn blue, it's going to be bruised, it might even get broken, right? So we have to be cognizant. We have to be aware of what we are doing to our bodies. And I know it's like a science, right? It's a science. When you get it, you're going to implement it and you're going to feel much better about who you are as an individual, as a person. You're going to stop talking about people. You're going to start talking negative. You know, like my grandmother used to tell me, I don't know if it was my great grandmother or my grandmother, but one of them used to tell me, if you don't have nothing to say, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. Just zip it up. Zip up your mouth, right? And that's the rule of thumb that we need to think about. If we don't have anything good to say about people, we need to just be quiet and just smile. Because who are we? We're no better than they are, right? We have issues just like that person you talking about do. So do yourself a favor and let's get rid of this inflammation. Let's get rid of this joint pain. Let's ease and get rid of this fibromyalgia. Let's heal our autoimmune diseases, our cancers, and our heart disease, all this stuff. They didn't have all that stuff back in my great-grandmother's days. And if they did, you know what they did? They went to their garden and picked something and ate it. They didn't take all of these drugs and medications. They ate naturally. Let's get back to the whole garden. Let's get back to the garden. You're going to feel so much better. And I know it's easy. It's easy to just do the easy thing, right? Do the quick and easy thing. And listen, I am not telling you to get off of any medication. Listen to your doctor. Whatever your doctor is telling you, listen to your doctor and do your research, right? Just like you're watching this video, do your research. When you watch my other videos, do your research, right? Because that's what I do. I do my research. When I share this information with you, I do my research, right? Do I miss it sometimes? Maybe. Is it on purpose? No, it's not. I want the best for you. I want to see our country, our neighborhoods, our families, our children, our grandchildren, our friends, our spouse. I want to see us all healthy. Because if I think when we are all healthy, we have a healthy society, we have a healthy world. We're not scatterbrained. We're not all over the place. We're not confused. We're not depressed. We're not stressed, right? We have to take time for ourselves. So natural healing, once again, means that your body you want to heal your body through food, through science-based supplements, if that's what you need, through healthy juicing, through smoothies, through healthy activities like walking, exercising, healthy relationships. All that matters. You have to do the whole thing, not just one or two things. You have to implement all of these things when it comes to natural healing, because we need to heal our minds as well. Our minds are cluttered. They're fogged up, clogged up. We can't remember what happened yesterday compared to today because we have so much on our minds. I know why. I'm in the middle of a transition right now. And it's so many moving parts of what I'm trying to do that sometimes my mind gets foggy and clogged up, right? And I have to stop and say, oh, nope, no. You have a choice. Pick the best choice, Renee, right? So I'm human, just like you. And I have to talk to myself and tell myself, or maybe one of my friends have to remind me, nope, you said this, which is what you're going to do, not that. Because I can get excited and I can, and I have to catch myself too. So I'm talking to myself just like I'm talking to you. I love life, love living healthily. I don't like pain. I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to see you in pain. I want to see you live your best life. And how can you do that? You can do it naturally, holistically. Adopt a holistic lifestyle, a whole lifestyle. Eating whole foods, natural foods. Cut out all the sugars and too much of the sugars and stuff, right? It's okay for some, but we have to cut back on some of this stuff that we're overindulging in, right? We want to make sure that we enjoy our meals, our food. I don't like bland food. I want to enjoy every bite, every meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I want to enjoy all of it. I made a smoothie today and I added some neem powder because I just wanted some, sometimes I want to add something extra to make sure that I am cleansing not only my body, but my mouth, right? We have to make sure we are cleaning our mouth, right? Just like the rest, that's part of our body. So every part of our body we have to take care of and be aware of that. If we are not taking care, our mouth, our eyes, inflammation can end up everywhere. So sometimes we forget because we're so used to caring for one part of our body and not the other. Okay, so that's natural healing. Natural healing is healing with natural foods, natural liquids, natural supplements. And all supplements are not created equal. That's another video that I'll do later down the line. So we have to be careful about the supplements. But supplements, once again, activities, exercise, walking is your easiest form of exercise. Walking, all right? Healthy conversations, healthy relationships, healthy careers, healthy jobs, even in healthy retirement. If you are retired right now, don't just sit and watch the TV all day. Don't just sit and watch the news all day. Get your mind. You can go volunteer. You can go whatever else you like to do, but don't sit at home watching TV all day. If you are at home and you are not able to get out, there are things that you can do that's going to keep your body, your limbs, your joints healthy, right? And I did a video on that. So please, if there's videos that you're looking for, whether it's my juice videos, whether it's smoothie videos, I have a plethora of videos that I have done on juicing. Smoothies, you have to type in the search bar, smoothies. You can just, way back, maybe a couple of months ago is when I did the 7-day juice challenge. So go watch that, and before you watch those 7 videos, make sure you watch the prep video. All right. So that's about natural healing and holistic living. Adopt a holistic lifestyle, and I promise you're not going to want to turn back. Okay. Now, if you're new to my channel, I want to say thank you, and I want to give you a hearty welcome. I am so glad you found my channel, and I'm thanking you for all that you have done. Thank you for your compliments. And your comments, rather. Your comments. Yeah, your compliments and your comments, right? But I want to remind you before I go is that if you are looking to make meals that are healthier for your body, meals that are delicious for your body, meals that are delicious to you, I have now released my anti-inflammatory recipe guide. My anti-inflammatory recipe guide. And inside this guide, I have really worked hard on this to get it out for you. So you have ingredients. Inside here is also talking about the calories. It's talking about the instructions. It tells you whether or not it's gluten-free, whether or not it's anti-inflammatory, vegan, whatever. It tells you how long to prepare this meal, how long it's going to take. It has a shopping list in here for you. I put all the things that I thought that you might need, right? That you need. I even put the calories in here for you. The calories, how much protein, how many fats, and I give you the health benefits, and I put in here interesting facts. So I put this together for you, and take advantage of it. It's a small investment, but it's for you, right? Anything that you want in life, that you want to see your health improve, it's going to be some kind of investment. And I say, invest in your health, right? You have an IRA, an individual retirement account. Well, I'm going to challenge you to invest in an IRAH, individual retirement account for your health, right? It's a small investment. You can do that. It's for you. As they say, anything free in life, is it good? Sometimes, maybe. And I also have for those of you, I talked about journaling. Journal your food. Write down in a journal what you are eating on a daily basis until you figure out what's causing your bloating, your gas, right? What food is it that you just ate? Did you just eat some broccoli that caused gas? Write that down in your journal. So I have a weekly journal that I also put together for you, and it's a daily journal, 7 days a week, Monday through Friday. You can write down what you had for your breakfast, what you had for your dinner, what you had for your lunch. That is for you to track to see what the trigger areas are in your body from the food that you just ate. Because a lot of times we may have an allergy to a food and we don't realize it until we start paying closer attention. And you can do that by tracking the food that you just ate, right? And sometimes it could be not so much the food, but what the ingredients were in that food. Like I had an allergy to eggs, right? Chicken eggs. That's what I had. My holistic doctor told me about back in 2014, I think it was. And it wasn't the egg itself. It was actually the soy in the egg. But how did I know that? I figured it out myself because I was trying to figure out, why do I have all these allergies? What is it? So a lot of times it's not the food itself, it's the ingredient that they use, or one or two of the ingredients that they use inside the food. That's why I said when you start cooking more at home, so you will know what you're using in your food, your meals, when you prepare your meals, right? Whether it's raw, lightly cooked, or cooked meals, know what you're eating when you're eating at these restaurants. Minimize how much you're eating at these restaurants. And when you do eat out at these restaurants, ask questions. Because a lot of times they're cooking with oils that are not good for you, that are not good for your whatever, especially inflammation, right? Inflammation racks up pretty quickly when we don't eat well. Okay? All right, so that is it for today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. I really want to see you scale up in your health. Leave me some comments, please. Let me know how you are doing. What are you going to do? This is what I want to know. What are you going to start implementing in your daily routines so you can start reaping the healthy benefits of your life? Are you going to adopt a holistic lifestyle? That's what I want to know. Is it that you want to heal your body naturally? That's what I want to know. You can do this, right? It may take some time, but here's another thing that I recommend that you do. If you don't have a medical physician or a medical doctor at this time in your life, do some research. Look up naturopathic doctors, holistic practitioners. Look those up. Look at doctors, and they even have regular medical doctors that are practicing holistic medicine. Go look up those doctors if that's what you want. If you want a change in your life, you have to do something different that you haven't done before. Otherwise, you're going to get the same results. You cannot heal your body with the same results by doing the same thing that you've been doing for the last year, the last 2, 3, 5 years. You have to do something different in order to get different results, right? So take back control of your health and your well-being by doing your research, changing your daily habits, doing healthier habits, talking healthy, eating healthy, exercising healthy, having healthier relationships, having a healthy group of friends, being around healthy family members, because they could be toxic too, right? Their mouths could be so bad. We all have somebody in our families that have horrible mouths when they talk. Every word out of their mouth is like bad, negative, or slanderous, or profanity, right? That gets to us sometimes. It adds up when we hear that over and over and over and over again. All right? All right, beautiful. That's it. It's Coach Renee. I know I didn't say it in the beginning. It's Coach Renee, your holistic health and wellness strategist. And that was my video today. I wanted to explain to you, talk to you about what holistic living is. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What does it involve? And healing naturally. How can you do that? Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Does it take longer, or how long does it take? It all depends on your body. Everybody is unique. I might heal something in 2 days. You might heal something in 2 weeks or 2 months. Does that mean it's not working? No, not necessarily. But obviously, you do not want anything to get worse before it gets better, right? So you want to track how you're doing, track how you're feeling, which is why when I get those comments, I get those questions about how much should you drink? How much? Yeah. How long? When? So I'll say this last thing. When you are starting anything new, a new regimen, whether it's a juice, a smoothie, or new food, you always want to test it by starting small. If you're drinking a new drink, a new juice, a new smoothie, you want to test it by drinking a shot glass to see how your body reacts or responds. If it responds well, add more the next time, and so forth and so on. Same with the food, right? If I might have an allergy to seafood, if it's a possibility that I might, what does that tell me? Well, you don't eat the whole fish. Eat a piece of it to see how your body responds, to see if you're going to have a reaction or allergic reaction. And sometimes there is a delayed response. You may not get a reaction right away. That reaction may, if you have something for lunch, a peanut, a fish, that you're not sure if you're allergic, have an allergy to, you may not get that reaction till in the middle of the night or the next morning, right? So our bodies are so unique. So I cannot tell you whether or not this is going to work for you. All I can tell you is share with you what I know works for me, what I know works for other people that I've seen. Some of these things that I've shared with you, especially these spices and these herbs, they have been used for centuries to remove and get rid of inflammation in our body, right? But if you're on some type of medication, you need to check with your doctor before you try it. That's with anything, whether it's the juice, the drink, the meal, the food, anything that you try. And that's the same goes for anything in life. If you're putting on a new lotion for the first time, does it mean that you're going to be okay? I don't know. It could be something in that lotion, a chemical that you have an allergy to. And as we mature in life, sometimes our body does not respond well or do not respond anymore to what it used to be or what it used to respond to. So we have to be cognizant of that. We have to be aware. We need to pay attention to what's going on in and on our bodies. All right, beautiful. All right, I didn't beat that up enough, but I am so thankful that you stayed long and you watched the whole video, because this is important information that you need to adhere to and pay attention to and listen to and talk to your, you know, when you have a medical doctor, I'm gonna say this and I'm done. Your doctor, if you don't have a good relationship with him or her, change doctors, right? You need to be happy and excited to go talk to that doctor, whether it's a bad diagnosis or a good diagnosis. You need to be, I don't want to use the word excited, but you need to be comfortable. I'll say that. You need to be comfortable, not regretting the fact that you have to go into that doctor when you have a scheduled doctor's appointment. Because if you feel some kind of discomfort going in to see your medical doctor, then it's time for you to find a new one, right? That is simple. It's your choice, your decision. And it might seem like it's not simple, but if you've been going to him or her for 20 years, I know it's hard to change. But if they're not doing you any good, then something has to change in order for you to see results. All right, beautiful? All right. Once again, this is Coach Renee, your holistic health and wellness strategist, coming to you with information about how to heal your bodies naturally through foods, through juicing, through smoothies, exercise, good relationships, healthy relationships. All right? All right. Until next time, remember to stay whole, healthy, and happy. Take care. Bye-bye.